and gentlemen, welcome to On the Mic with the M.
Auntie.
Hey, y'all. Listen, we're back. We've been gone for a little bit, but we're back, and we got some toasty shit to talk about today. And we're going to start off with one word for men and women: standards. Can you fucking have some standards when you're out here in these streets? When you're trying to date someone or mess with someone or get out here and carry yourself a certain way? Can you have some fucking
I'm
standards?
gonna say, can you have some standards in your home? That's where it's going to start. That's where it's going to start at.
Yes.
Hygiene.
Yes.
High standard of hygiene. How you groom yourself. How you taking care of yourself. Don't be no grown ass man out here and you stinking.
My God.
So the young guys who's coming to age, some of them don't value bathing regular. Some don't value cleaning their clothes, washing their clothes. And if you feel like you got a shirt that doesn't need to be laundered, you don't sit around the house in that shirt all day. You need to take that off. Like, what are you doing? You're going to wake up in the morning and put that on because you don't smell it. You think that the person behind you in the line not going to smell it. No, you have on dirty clothes, sir. That's a standard. A standard. Brushing your teeth and flossing. Not just one or the other. That's a standard of care. Hygiene. Showing up to the barbershop, getting your hair cut. Yeah, it don't got to be every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't afford every 2 weeks. I understand, the prices of, barbers would like to be respected, and as they should. Okay.
Absolutely.
Once a month, every other month. 6 months is crazy. 6 months is crazy.
That is so true, T. And again, and gentlemen, ladies too, they got this new product called Mondo Mondo for men. And I forgot what it's called for women. But it's where you have to bathe for 3 days.
I'm done.
You put a little bit on your finger, you put it in your armpit, and you put in your privates. Let me just say this to y'all. That's some nasty fucking shit. You should be washing your fucking balls and your ass every fucking day. You should be washing between your fucking legs, women, every fucking day. Not putting some little cream when you put in your, I don't got to do anything for another 3 days because this is what this shit is. No, wash your fucking asses.
The cream, that disclaimer is to talk to you about how good the product is. It doesn't really mean like don't shower for 3 days. No, because you know how smells get the mixing and mingling. No. Don't listen. A standard of care, Now, I've heard that perhaps the standard in some households is not to bathe every day. Some people do it every other day thing, I've heard. No, just so all the adults out here know, you cannot bathe every other day. Don't come into nobody's office, workspace. Don't go to the doctor's office smelling like you bathed yesterday instead of today. No, the standard of hygiene is bathing every day. And the people are going to be like, well, Tamara, what gives you the expertise in hygiene? Listen, children and a husband, okay? I'm not smelling them. And I don't need nobody else to be smelling them either. So you bathe daily because what you smell like on that off day that you took a break on, everybody doesn't need to inhale that. So let's stop offending people's noses just because you like out in the public. You don't have to smell like nothing decent. No, that's a standard of care, and it goes a long way. No,
and you're absolutely right, T. Because the other thing is this, people. Seen stories and shit about you shouldn't wash your ass with no washcloth because that's poor. Okay, first of all, some nasty shit. That's some fucking nasty shit. I don't know any fucking body would take a bar of fucking soap and just rub it between their legs and their fucking arms and shit, and just out here like just your hands and fingers and shit. Fuck no. Use a fucking washcloth. Use a fucking what's the little thing y'all women use? Loofah. Use a fucking loofah. Use something. But between you and the fucking bar soap and the motherfucking body wash.
That's called
every fucking day.
That's the Like this, that's not up for question. And I don't know who's rubbing that bar along their body. Like, do you have the bar to yourself type of thing? There's even a bar where like the bars are covered and the little, cloth thing and or washcloth thing or the little, washcloth container that you could put your bar in, but it now becomes a personal bar. See, now you just going in lathering, armpit hair all in the bar soap, pubes, and you're gonna put that bar like back on the little stand in the shower for who gonna use that? Who using that? Like, no, that's not. Listen, we're talking about standards today. Okay, you put a something in between that bar and your body, and do not be in that shower pushing that little pump into your hand. Like, this is not it. Okay. I don't know what you washing like that. It's not skin. No. I personally prefer the loofah. Some people prefer, we getting fancy out here with our wash items. They have a washcloth that has the little net back end that's loofah-ish. We don't know. There's a mitten. You can just it's like pseudo finger. Like, I guess if you just like rubbing your hand, just cover it with like a little washcloth mitt. Something other than raw skin on skin. Listen, that's a crazy concept. That's crazy. No.
Oh, and it's so fucking nasty, though. It's so nasty. And probably a few months ago, I had a young lady sending something into me. She was just like, how do you tell somebody to take a bath? Strange enough, we're talking about it. She was, and here's what she said, y'all. And this is going to freak y'all out. She said, and I quote, how do you tell your man that he needs to wash his butt every night? She said, I get tired of washing sheets and there's shit stains on the sheets because of his ass is putting shit stains on the sheets.
The bitch, excuse me, you're having sex with, I'm sorry. Sorry, go someplace else.
I can't make this up, y'all. And then she did it to me, and I'm just like, and I responded back to her saying, first of all, make sure every night he goes wash his ass. Tell him wash between his cheeks, do all that stuff. And secondly of all, you need to get rid of him because if he's that fucking trifling, you should get rid of him. He should be sleeping in your bed, shitting up your bed.
You can't be involved, like this with men who have hygiene. That's how you instill hygiene standards in people because you don't accept them without it. You don't accept it. He don't have IBS. He don't have a stomach condition. He's not sharding in his sleep. This man's just dirty. No. And then how do I tell him? You need to cuss his ass out. You need to lay him out. A whole grown man who you share a bed with got fecal matter in it, and you tell him, how do I tell him? Lay his ass out. You're nasty. You're trifling. And I'm adding on some words there. You know it. I've been damn near single by then. I'm doing the most. Okay, I'm gonna do listen. Certain things you just can't accept. And that's the whole idea also. Like, that man has not met the standard. You're not supposed to be teaching him how to wash and when to wash. He didn't already come like that. No. We got to talk about that a long time ago. What that man car smell like? He better have leather seats. His jeans stink, everything. I'm not doing it. It could be no way. It could be.
You're so true. I'm like, when I read it, I was looking madder and madder as I say, you nasty motherfucker. How the fuck you get into my bed with shitty? And I'm thinking, when she said it, I was like, wait a minute. It just got even worse for me. I said, if he gets in the bed buck naked, it's bad enough getting shit on your sheets. What if he got drawers on and still got shit on your sheets? What in the fuck? He's not wiping his ass at all? And I was just angry. I said, hey, girl, the infections you can get. If he ain't wiping his ass, you know he ain't taking care of his other private parts. You fuck around and get some sort of disease you can't even get rid of. That's what a nigga that nasty.
He's not washing his hands either, Malcolm.
Oh, oh, God damn, no. Oh, that's
He
nasty.
he's barely wiping. You know he's not washing his hands. And he's the type who might run water underneath his fingers and like push the feces all over the place, but he's not washing it off. He's not using soap. That's nasty. Like, see, these things that we accept from men, that speaks volumes about you as a woman. Like, first of all,
Hello.
your mattress about to start stinking. That's the other thing. I don't know. See, I got too many questions for this one. I've been in there to cuss her ass out because this is nasty. And then you got the nerve to tell people about the nastiness that you keeping. Girl, get the hell up out of here. Absolutely not. That's what I'm saying. You got to bathe it daily. We don't use bidets in America.
No,
No,
no.
first of all, her next thing is to get you a bidet. Because
Yes.
to wash his ass, he gotta up his game. He
You gotta
got
get some dude wipes or something. You got dude wipes now, so you don't have to use toilet paper. You can use fucking dude wipes to wipe your ass with. But goddamn,
he's not wiping good at all. It doesn't matter what he has. He's not doing that. He needs a bidet. He needs a little squirt up his ass and get everything together because he's not doing a good job with nothing. Everything you need for hygiene nowadays is here, and you're not using it. No.
oh my god. Oh, again, this is this is shit that I get all the time, and it's amazing to me. I'm like, wait, but they actually sent this question to me, and I'm like, it's a very simple solution to it. So I don't know why you're asking, but people send it, and I respond back to it, and I'm like, you need to leave him. Again, if he ain't doing that, you need to leave him.
It's too basic. It's way too. I mean, his first of all, what them smells like? Let's go someplace else. I'm about to ask what that room's because I'm like he has to have something that's like really keeping him there. You know, like his bedroom game is on point, but what it smell like when you know what I'm saying? When we like what? Never. I couldn't do it. I've been ready to fight, and you know I don't condone violence. No. I have to leave my own house. You know that's bad. No. No.
And so, take care of your hygiene. And that's the first part. Then, secondly, can you work on taking care of just how you present yourself?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of guys nowadays just seem to say, I'm gonna get the fuck about the bed. I ain't combing my hair. I'm put on these clothes that just was in the floor for 3 or 4 days, and women and people supposed to accept me based on how I look.
Mm-hmm.
You look like you're homeless.
Yeah.
And if you look like you're homeless, I'm gonna treat you like you're homeless. So dress how you want to be seen as. If you want to be seen as a bum, continue dress as a bum, and you're not gonna get no women. You ain't get no jobs. You can get a whole lot of shit you're not gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
But at least, I ain't saying go out there and spend a whole lot of money on clothes.
See, the thing about men's clothes generally is like you have two sets, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have work set, and then you have we'll just call it the other, right?
Yes.
Now, as long as you're not mixing it, okay, you win it.
Yes.
No, I'm sorry. As long as you have a full-time job, okay. As long as you have a full-time job, and you're not mixing those items, you should be winning.
You should be.
Going to carry you a long way. That is still a thing.
Yes, because I think a lot of guys think that it doesn't matter. But as you know, T, and you talk to a lot of women, and I see a lot and talk to a lot of women, that shit's important. They're like, I'm not. If I look at him, he can't get shit.
But it's sexy. Like a man all the way put together, that's so attractive. Like what? Like I just got look. Like Chris. That's what we call it, Chris. Yeah, he just comes to you just fresh. Like, it's beautiful. It is. It's just like, and you deserve more. And when you look better, you feel better, and it should help you stand up with your posture. Like, yeah, now because when you looking good, you standing up all the way firm in your stance now. Like that's part of your good. Yeah. So look the part.
Exactly.
The women.
Got to. Now, women. Who?
It's gonna be a teardrop. Oh my! I don't know what I'm talking about first. Sheer clothing. like sheer, like there's two levels to the sheer. Okay. There's the see-through sheer where it's just, I can see your panties through those leggings or those legging shorts. I can see, and they're floral. They're all different colors. This is a bizarre concept that you done took all these damn pictures before you left up out of the house, walked past all the mirrors, and you didn't notice that your panties were showing. And as cheap as some of these clothes are, you should have bought two and just layered them up.
You're right about that.
Yeah, the whole outfit cost $6. Get two, layer them up, something. Remember the slips back in the day? Some of these clothings need slips.
This is true. That is so damn true.
Now, the second part of being sheer, there's no the clothes are so sheer that the bodies that we don't quite take care of, like jeans kind of like cover dimples and cellulite and just the imperfections that the body can possibly have. And it's not like your imperfections are not like it's not like I'm not shaming the body, but some of these clothes are so sheer that those imperfections, they're not like blended and they're pronounced now. You've pronounced these imperfections. So now you're drawing attention to it. And now it looks very bad. And it's like, I guess people are being polite and not telling, everybody like, hey, all leggings are not the same. Like they're not all created equally.
No,
like
they're not.
Leggings cost, $100. Other leggings cost $9. You cannot possibly believe that it's going to look the same, once you put them on.
Hell no.
Price points, they don't. So when we're buying, these clothes that are inexpensive, know what we look like in them. Make sure that we're layering with them because a lot of them are very sheer. And sometimes we do need very light shapewear with some of these pieces because just the material itself is very poor material. It's not from, it's not from what we were accustomed to.
Absolutely.
Like older women. Right now, we kind of get, we're not in our early 30s no more. We're not in our late 20s no more. You've had 1, 2, 3 kids now. And so now the body, and we're not all up in, the Pilates studio. We're not all in the yoga studio. We're not all doing, the boot camps in the morning and running around the lakes and stuff. We're not all doing that, just being honest. So your body isn't all the way tight. And, sometimes your jeans cover that. And you look all the way together, it's going to snatch my little belly piece and just, it's just a little belly, but it's going to snatch me good. It's a nice pair of jeans, Not some of these jeans, they don't got that much material. It's not that strong. It's going to pronounce some of those, some of those mom bod situations. And it's just it's not flattering. So when we're choosing our clothes, as a standard of living, make sure that, you're choosing clothes that flatter your body so that you don't have to work hard to look like something. And recall that, your children are looking at, how you're presenting yourself in your attire.
Absolutely.
And so moms, I'm going to say this. A lot of those two pieces, and I know it's freedom, and all that good stuff. When you out at the parks, things that are kid oriented, we're like chill. Those 2-piece legging with the little top piece and they too small any damn way and it's sheer. It's sheer. Okay. If it costs $14.97 or less for 2 pieces, it's pretty sheer.
Yes. Yes.
You got to do something different when you out with the kids because that's not the standard of a look for when you're parenting. That's just not it. And I love a good pair of little, what do we call them, little Daisy Dukes, little short shorts and all that good stuff. But when you're literally, I've seen them at the, whatever the kid fun places are. We have the Urban Airs and the Sky Zones and the,
and Chuck E. Cheese and all the
park. Yeah. And you know, kudos to the women because they show up, making sure that their kids are, you know, out there having a good time. But listen, those clothes, that is not for no mommy and kid date outfit. That is not it.
That's
That,
great. That's wild that you said that.
they
But
were taking out of them. This is not look good. It does not look good.
are
And
they
I
trying to pick somebody up? I guess my question to you, T, are they wearing that because not because of they're trying to catch somebody? I guess
listen, those outfits are repellent. That is a repellent. They are keeping everything at arm's length. Nobody's approaching that. It doesn't, first of all, it doesn't to a man, the look shouldn't be logical. You trying to show off and give like your sexy side with your 3-year-old running around. Huh? And it's the middle of the day.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
the day. No, see, it's a time and place for everything. And if a man is attracted to a woman who doesn't understand the time and place for certain things, you know, I guess those two was meant to be together. You know, silly. That's
Oh,
just silly. You know, and I, you know, black women, we look damn good. I'm sorry. We do.
yes,
You know, we
yes,
got hips, we got all that, cheeks and all, you know, without the surgeries. We look, you
absolutely.
know, and when the clothes not cheap, because sometimes I told the clothes make certain things pop out and make us look bad. But when we all the way put together, we all the way put together. So it's not to like, I'm not trying to like hate on the women, or I'm just saying it's a time and place for everything. And that with your 2-year-old, like really needing you to jump in there and to hold on to them and hold their hand and help them get from point A to point B, and you doing all that bending over and bitch, is you crazy? And then you know the little kids see it. So you're watching the little kids and their eyes get caught like what? Like who mama doing this? Like what? You know, there's 12 and 13-year-old boys in the same arena, and they're sitting there like,
What?
that's not okay, ladies. I don't need to give a little show to these young boys like that. These
No.
girls got it on lock, okay? I've seen the 12, 13, 14-year-old little girls coming in. They got on their crop tops. They got their little ponytails rocking, they box braids, they lash. Like these little girls killing the game. They giving those young boys enough eye candy. All that they need. They don't them kids don't need no help. Okay? They don't need our help. Please dress with a little more pride and dignity in the motherhood. Like just a little bit.
There
And
you go.
coming into the motherhood, they are, you know, I see the kids are young, the women are young, you know, but they're gorgeous. But it's like, you presenting yourself, oh well, sis, like, come on, like put that outfit on like at 9 o'clock tonight. You know what I'm saying? Kill it then. But with a little shapewear though, because you know you only paid $12 for that shit. Still need shape. But put that on later on tonight, you know, and kill it then. But not after you drop off your 2-year-old though. But not while he's trying to jump in the trampoline part. Not right now.
No,
No, that shit
no.
look crazy right here. It look crazy. Mm-mm. And not buy cheap shoes, y'all. Like buy cheap clothes, but not cheap shoes. Ooh.
No, no. And you said that. And man, let me just say this. Y'all buy the tennis shoes and shit. Yeah, they buy the tennis shoes and shit, but you definitely need a pair of nice hard shoes when you go out. Because again, yeah, it's fashionable to wear tennis shoes with everything, but you're gonna need to get a suit. You're gonna have to buy a suit. And when I say suit, I mean get the shit tailored. Don't go out there and just buy something off the rack and put that shit on this and rock with it. No. You want to present yourself as a gentleman. So when you buy your suits, get them motherfuckers fitted. Go to a tailor, get them done. When you buy your shoes, make sure they fit. And when you put on, I'm going to say this to you because somebody asked me this.
Okay.
Crazy. When you buy hard shoes, wear dress socks and not athletic socks. I had to say that.
You had to say that, did you?
I had to say that because I was talking to someone recently and they never had a suit. Never, and I had to walk them through suit, the tie, the shirts, and the shoes. And I said, when you go get your shoes, make sure you're wearing dress socks.
Yeah.
And what he said, what are dress socks?
Oh.
The ones that's not thick and white or thick and black. And I had to pull up on my phone and said this. Oh, this young man never had dress shoes.
So he never been to the he has never been shopping for a formal
No,
attire. That's what it sounds like.
no.
This is gonna be a sidebar. You gotta immerse your children in stuff like that where it's required. I always force my kids. I didn't force them. They signed up and I forced them to stay in it. Um, like the chorus bands at your local schools. For me, that's the bare minimum. That's the least you could be doing. That's a small commitment. Nobody asking you to be Mozart of the. No, you don't got to be great. You can be a Beethoven, but you can at least try, and then you can get dressed up and you can present yourself well, and then you'll learn, that you need dress socks on with them dress shoes. Yeah, that's
I
what you learn.
and you definitely have to learn that because again, how do you go out here and interview? We just gonna just put on your jeans and some tennis shoes and go show up, and they're gonna look at you like, wait a minute, where's your suit? Where's your tie at? But good again, that's another sidebar. A lot of guys don't know how to tie ties.
Um,
Why? Because if your father or grandfather, anybody, any male role model was in your life, you don't know how to tie it, unless your mama can tie it. But a lot of guys just don't know how to tie ties. But again, that goes back to a lot of little things that are missing in kids' lives, and they grow up, and we're having this conversation about standards.
yeah,
Because if you weren't taught a certain way, then you don't know. So
yeah.
I used to look at him like, how the fuck you don't know that? But again,
You think about what we just mentioned with hygiene. That's instilled in you as a child. Whether you take a wash, I'm gonna call it washcloth because y'all be weirding me out saying wash rag.
yeah, it's like, no, washcloth.
A washcloth, put a little speck on it. Whether you use a washcloth or a sponge or your hand, that was given to you inside of your home. So you bringing your kids up with certain standards that you yourself had. So we're saying that if you're not up to par right now, let's get there because you're always going to trickle it down to the next generation. Better trickle the right stuff down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You got to be able to trickle that down so that, you're teaching your kids something's going to help them to, one, be happy,
Mm-hmm.
personally happy, and be
Mm-hmm.
able to be in a world and society where they're not being judged based on they smell funny, they look funny,
Mm-hmm.
or they're doing shit wrong.
Yeah.
It's just
Like
certain things you have to do.
you can live amongst other people.
Yes.
And
Yes.
you're going to give the same things that you're expecting. There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
That's a sensible, request.
But we deal with that, and we see it constantly. And we wonder why it hasn't been happening. But again, I'm like, hey, I'm hearing too many of these. Why are you asking me this question too often? Because these
Mm-hmm.
are questions like, you know, you don't wear thick socks with your shoe size with your shoes so you can it fit properly. Taking a shower and all that shit. It's like, and the other thing about standards, guys, take care of y'all physical health. Good Lord. I read a study that in about another 10 to 15 years, cancer among men would jump up about 70% for men.
Mm-hmm.
And for women, it's jumping up like 60, 70%.
Mm-hmm.
And what they're saying is by us not eating correctly and
Mm-hmm.
us not exercising, it's causing cancer to come earlier. Usually cancer you would hear in your 60s,
Yeah,
60s are happening now in your 20s and 30s.
I
And I'm
know.
like, fuck.
But don't tell us as consumers. I'm over it. I'm so over it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So big everybody else. We got two different produce systems in America, but we only got one soil. That's a joke. Like, what is happening here?
Exactly.
We went from
Exactly.
we went from having issues, with the meat, right? And the different um pathogens being
Mm-hmm.
right to now pathogens being associated with the produce. But where the pathogens came from the meat. Because where's the meat at? Right next to the produce on the farms. So somehow you got your meat right next to your produce, but you got separate produce from other produce? No. No. So ain't no such thing as organic in my like So I don't like the concept of organic living. Like either we got one, fruits and vegetable source in America, or where you at, or you don't. That's weird. That's dumb. And then all the additives in our foods. You can't even shop in the grocery store nowadays. You can't
No.
for expensive fake organic, whole food style grocery stores. Because then in 6 months you'll get a recall on those items. Like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. They try and get us real.
They really are. And again, this shit, I read an article that like 50% of the shit that we eat here in the US is banned in Europe. Because of the chemicals we eat here. They said, fuck that. That kills people, or this causes this kind of problem, this kind of issue. But yeah, we eat the shit because again, we're not making the money we were making before. So and everything's going higher. And now you say, oh, we can't eat fruits and vegetables. We're going to have to eat this shit that's $1 because we can afford to eat it. But that shit's full of chemicals. If you look at it on the back of it, the first thing it says is flour. After that, you can't read nothing else because everything else is Zomahide, Hamahide, Semahide, Hamahide, Humma, all that other shit. You're like, what the fuck? And then you're like, oh, but it's cheap. I guess it's food. No, it's food-like. It's not food. And we're suffering for it. So that's why we're developing, kids are getting bigger faster. Women are developing cancers faster. Men are now developing breasts because of the chemicals that we're eating and all the other shit. So it's like you have to take care of yourself.
OD on soy products. Like, come on, y'all. Listen, the people, FDA don't have your best interests at heart, They not create a standard of eating for us. They've already showed us and told us that, right?
Yes.
It just is what it is. They can't help us there. They've given us the food pyramid. That was a bust. Okay.
Yep.
We can all agree.
Yep. Sure was.
Then they gave us the food plate. Do you remember the plate?
Yep.
Okay. That didn't help us out either. That gave me the hiccups. But that didn't help us out either. Okay. I think the best rule of the game, right, is to be mindful of the grains that you consume, to include corn. Right? Corn is a grain, and I personally don't consume corn just because I don't like the taste and the texture of it. But I realize that people consume corn like it's a vegetable, and it's closer to I think it is more than closer. It just is a grain, right?
Yeah.
So super moderation. Like be mindful of how much grains you consume because you don't need that much of it, and then eat less meat or a minimal amount of meat and eat more fresh fruits and vegetables.
Exactly. There you go. And stay the fuck away from soda. The worst thing you can drink is soda. That shit, when y'all drink a whole can of that shit, what they feel, huh?
I don't think that's the worst. I think the worst is the some of those energy drinks.
Yeah, they're bad too, y'all. So she's absolutely right. The energy drinks are bad, so stay away from the fucking Monsters and the Red Bulls and that shit because it's in moderation. But you drink that shit like drinking water, and it's fucking up your kidneys, it's fucking up your heart, it's causing all kinds of issues internally that you're gonna end up taking a pill and be under Big Pharma's umbrella because once that shit starts, you'll never get off of it because once you start eating that bullshit, they give you some pill to solve some issue, which don't solve it. It just kind of covers up the symptom, and then you're in that circle that you never get out of. So definitely be mindful what you eat and stay the fuck away from energy drinks, sodas, and that kind of shit. Drink more water and juice.
Some of the juice are the equivalent of like a non-carbonated soda. It's just it's the same thing. It's just as bad for you. So the overconsumption of the juices. I think for the people I'm around, I think juice consumption, the things that we drink, I think that really goes a long way if you really scale back on the flavored drinks, because that's really rampant in our communities. We need Kool-Aid, we need iced tea, we need soda, we need Capri Suns for the kids' lunchbox. My kids drink water for lunch. You can have You ain't having milk. Ain't pouring no juice inside this container. It's water. It's the middle of the damn day, and they done convinced us as a standard of living that you're supposed to have a cup of milk, a carton of milk for breakfast, and then turn back around and have another carton of milk for lunch. And then by the time you turn 24, you in somebody's gym trying to, get your best weight together. Because you don't went 5 to 18, just consuming any old thing they done told you to consume. And then you get out on the road when you're like, I don't really like my physique. How?
Exactly.
How do our children come out of high school and not like their physique, not like they look? Shit they consuming. Things that we done made them consume over all of these years.
Yep.
No, my kids drinking water.
Hey,
water too. I'm not like a mean mom.
You gotta drink it. Again, you have to. You gotta drink water because water will help you better than anything else. But at least, guys, start to monitor what you eat, because you start doing mindful eating. The next thing you know, you start putting on pounds, because you look at that popcorn. You're like, oh, it's only a couple popcorns. So you look at it and you ate the whole fucking bag of popcorn, and now you're like, oh shit, I ate the bag of popcorn. Oh, let me drink some of this soda now, and then you're in that terrible downward spiral of you just like wake up one day and fuck, I'm 100 pounds overweight. Which is extreme. But you're like, listen, take care of your health. Because again, if your health is fucked up, it's hard for you to really be out here mingling with people. Because again, you got diabetes going on, uncontrolled diabetes or heart issues. No woman or man want nobody like that. You may love you to death, but if you said you got heart issues and like, damn, I ain't want to sign for all that shit. You're young, huh? I'm young too. I ain't trying to worry about your heart issues or your kidney issues or your diabetes shit. I don't want to worry about that. So then you be like, damn, they don't love me because of me. No, they don't love you because of that. You got some issues that they're willing not to take on themselves.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I don't want to deal with that. If I choose to deal with that, that's one thing. But if I'm going through that I can understand that.
And
but
you know how many fish is left in the sea?
Hello?
Fish you really are. Depends on, how much of your, health conditions I'm willing to consider. Because you're right. A lot of women, especially, an independent woman who's already figured out, life on her own. I'm not willing to settle down with somebody who, I'm going to have to take, to the doctors and be looking out for you and asking you, did you, check your, blood sugar levels. Some people are shallow.
Yes, they are.
The other part is, some people wouldn't be willing to do it for the other person. You yourself don't want a woman who has a lot of health conditions, who's dating their doctor, so to speak. That's what I like to call it.
God, yes, dating a fucking doctor.
Yeah, or you're dating healthcare. Like, please get a life. That's not your life.
Oh.
Nobody wants that.
No, nobody wants that, and you need to be on top of that. And that's one of the most important things. In fact, it's a listen. Always listen to you is a very important things. But the one I'm about to say to y'all is the most important. Get your fucking mentals taken care of before you go out there and start to deal with people. Take care of the voice in your head, the ghost in the back, the shadow that's in your head that's stopping you from being the best you. Nobody, I'm looking at the camera because I want y'all to hear me. Nobody wants to deal with a fucked up person when they're fucked up. And because you're going to be dealing with people who are fucked up just as more, maybe less than you. But at least make sure that you are good. So that when you're out there looking for somebody, that you're not looking for somebody and find somebody who has the same issue as you have. Because if you are good with you can see you from a mile away. If you don't handle you here, then you'll constantly find people just like you, and you keep wondering, why I keep finding these people that's just like me? Why they got issues? Why they toxic? Why all this shit? Because you didn't take care of your mentals up here. And again, y'all, we can blame your parents. And I said you can throw those motherfuckers under the bus all day, every day. But in the end, you are your own person. So you can't keep blaming mama at 30, 35. Mama didn't do this for me. My daddy wasn't there, and he messed my mind up. Go to therapy. Get that shit checked out. Go do something, but don't take it.
Still hurting at 50. That's not fair.
Hey, if you're fucking hurting at 50 years on your head, what your mama and daddy did, motherfucker, you need to lay on the couch. And I don't mean no harm. I'm just telling you.
Don't need to lay on the couch. It's called getting the fuck over yourself. Like the audacity. You got some nerve for wanting somebody else to be accountable for, yourself now. Like the job is done. And maybe they didn't do a good job. Maybe it was just not a great job, but the standard, and whatever they tried to take you to, your ass survived. And now it's time to carry on. You got to let shit go. It be the same people who won't let shit go from their parents. They won't let shit go with their man. You won't let shit go at the job.
Yep.
It's called carry the hell. That's how people lose their minds in real life, because you so caught up on how somebody treated you or how they were supposed to treat you that you forgot to get over shit. And that's going to eat you up and make you very unattractive. It makes you very unattractive as a person. It's on your sleeve.
Oh, that is so true.
It's on your sleeve. It come out every time you get drunk. It's not even fun going out with this person no more. It's
Yes.
sad every time you get drunk. Nigga always trying to fight every time he get drunk. No, because you're sad and you're hurting inside. Get over that shit.
See, we keep it real. We really keep it real. I just said, hey, you need to get over that shit.
And I don't know how you're supposed to get over your stuff. That's why generally we refer you to someone else's couch. Because I certainly have no couches in my background. No, not here. Not on nobody's YouTube channel. But literally, you do need to get with somebody who's ahead of you in life, who's seen more than what you've seen, who's perhaps seen people heal from situations that you're in, because you will never be the only one who's going through what you went through. You will never be the one who's had the worst situation out here, right? You won't be you. It's just not you. Sorry, you thought you was special. Thought your mother was the only one who let you down? You thought your daddy was the only one who let you down? Sorry, your ass ain't that special. So whatever it is that you need, first of all, you need to identify what it is that you need. That starts with else couch. Right.
And T, you're right. And the other thing you don't do is you don't fuck your way out of this. You don't drink your way out of this. You don't smoke your way out of this. All it does, it just postpones the inevitable. Real talk, because a lot of people do that shit because I don't want to deal with me. I want to deal with the situation. Motherfucker, it's with you. It's in your head. Yeah. So it would do you a lifetime of pain to fucking deal with it. Look at the person in the mirror that you have to deal with every fucking day. We talked about masks a while ago. Yeah. Take the fucking mask off and look at who you are. And say, do I love what I see or I don't like what I see? If you don't like what you see, put in the fucking work to make the change necessary to be the person you're supposed to be or you want to be. And also, not the person your mama wants you to be, your daddy wants you to be, your kids want you to be. Forget all of them, because you're going to walk this road by yourself. Because when it's all said and done, you have to be happy with the product you put out here to represent you.
Make sure walk and make sure that your vision is your vision. It doesn't matter if other people see or don't see your vision of where you're trying to be at, but if you know that you can project where you're at in life with confidence, we'll tell people, like what you're doing with yourself with confidence, then you probably don't really want to be doing that, because you can't confidently go around telling people what you're doing with yourself. You got to make your own changes and do what it is that you're seeking out, to be done. And it got to make sense, right? Like, nobody want to watch you sit here and do stuff that's not sensible. Just because I can't see your vision, I know that's foolish. Especially seeing as though you're not showing me no progress on it.
Exactly. And the other thing, T, they don't have to say shit. You can move in silence because it's your movement. It's your walk. So you need to know, first of all, what do I need to do to get to where I need to get to? And understand, people don't want you to be successful. Think about it, T. If you want to tell everybody, I want to do this, I want to make $1 million, and all I need you to do is this, this, and this. They'll say, oh, that's great. But to them, like, how is that going to benefit me? You're going to make $1 million. I don't give a fuck.
Like how you carry billion too. Yeah. I feel like to move in silence, though, it takes a lot of self-control. a lot of self-confidence. Yeah, so it's hard, if you're able to move in silence, that then that's great and still get it done. Then that definitely protects like your mental space while you're going through whatever you're going through. But that just to move in silence is not that easy.
No, that takes dedication. That takes discipline. And that's something that a lot of people just don't have.
Mm-hmm.
And they were never taught that. If you
Yeah.
think about it, they were never taught to be disciplined. It was just did anything, everybody accepted it, and then they grow up. And then, oh, well, everybody, my mom and my daddy accepted it, so why can't they accept it? We ain't your mom and daddy, so we don't give a fuck. So if you don't do what we ask you or think you should be doing, we're going to slap your ass down and keep you down. Because we don't, your good looks and charm ain't impressing me, because it's about something I can get from you.
Attractive. You're not my kid. Get out of here. Like
Yeah.
For real. The cuteness that the mama seeing you, like my mother see me, oh, Tamara's so cute. Everybody don't see that. Like, no, you gotta really show up. You
Really
gotta
show up.
Yeah, and if not, the world gonna correct you.
And
again,
that's
we're not your mom and dad.
No, we're not your mom and dad, and we don't give a shit. And again, the moment that people can really sit down and take ownership, I guess the biggest issue that I see and what I hear is the lack of accountability and ownership in what you do and what happens to you and the decisions you make. It's always somebody else. It's always, oh, if that motherfucker, that white dude did this, or that motherfucker did that. And you keep saying, you say it one time, okay. But if I hear you in 7 different fucking times, you tell me you lost a job because of that motherfucker or that motherfucker. And like, nigga, you're putting a lot of people, but the same constant denominator is you. You're the one. What the fuck are you doing? And if I ask those people, they probably tell me exactly what they're doing because I probably see it. But you don't want to deal with it. So you keep blaming other people. And at some point, shit gets tiring.
I think it's the embarrassment part. Is that I have to realize that, how I moved, that shit was embarrassing. Right? Like, that was, so I gotta push that off on somebody else. Somebody else gotta take the blame on this. Because that's too embarrassing to say that I did that to me. I lost my job. It was my fault that I lost the job. That man shouldn't have been talking to me like that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta find somebody else to force, because it's dumb. The fact that you didn't have self-control and you couldn't keep your mouth shut when you got corrected for something that you did incorrectly.
Hello?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
And that carries on. And then what that does, it carries on not in work, but in the relationships.
Yep.
So every time they date someone, or she's the problem. It wasn't for this, she made me this way. She made me do this, or he made me do this. Again, it's obviously there's an ish in your system. There's a giddy up in your system.
Mm-hmm.
Or hit you giddy up, how you want to call it. You need to work on that shit. You can't keep hiding behind that shit thinking it's gonna get better, I'm keeping it real. They got to get used to me. Okay, get used to me.
No, that's bullshit. That's tired of people saying that I'm keeping it real, and that's your excuse to kind of like slight somebody else. Like, what? No, well, then listen, don't keep it real next to me. Don't do that. Don't do
No.
that when I want to keep it real too. Then what? Then what we got?
Exactly.
No, it's not going to go well. It's not going to go well. No. Oh, tiptoe around me. Like, I know. Bite your tongue when you near me. That's what makes sense. Every conversation is not for everybody. Nope. Present yourself, and then people lying.
Oh Jesus! Yes.
Auto dealer. All of a sudden, you didn't pull a little switch. Now we don't even know this person that came out. You applying for auto loan? Yes, I'm looking for you, Avenue. No, you do know how to switch it up. You just feel like you don't have to for us. Not even. Yeah.
It's crazy though, and people are lonely today because of that. Because of them keeping it real, and nobody gonna make me change all this shit. Here's the thing: if I date you, I kind of like who you are, so I'm not gonna ask you to change anything. If I decide to take it first, you know what? Based on who you are, based on what I see, I'm gonna date you. But if you want to change up or change me, which a lot of people want to do, stop trying to change your significant other or change people that you're trying to date with. This is not a fucking Build-A-Bear. This is you had this person and y'all try to try to do what you need to do together. You fucked up, he fucked up. She fucked up, you fucked up. Let's try to come some common ground, but not change. I've heard, if I told a woman one time, T, you can't change your man. She's like, how can I change him? How can I make? She said, how can I make this my man be like you? I said, first of all, can't be me. She said that, and I was like, no. All I suggest you doing is you have to go back and look at your definition of a man. And you selected him based on your definition of a man. Just because you see me and T talking and about shit.
Did she?
Yeah, well, I think she kind of said.
Did she select him based off of her definition of a man, or was he like what she could get?
I think it was what she could get, because I think she's like, well, I listen to you talk and listen to y'all talk, and that's what I want, but I can't seem to find that.
Okay.
And the guy, and the more I listen to y'all, and the more I look at him, I'm like, he ain't the answer, because the stuff y'all talk about, he only do half the stuff. So now I responded back to her, said, is the dick that good? Is why you still with him? Because here's the other thing: dicks and looks and pussy and looks does not make a woman. That's what the outside is. It's integrity, loyalty, and if she has compassion and empathy for people, and will go step outside their selves to do stuff for you. Those things you're looking for, because those are how you raise your kids. But look and pussy and look and dick ain't gonna dictate how your kid is going to turn out. If you have a kid by him, and you need to ask for more, because you accepted it and he gave it to you. So now you're like, oh, I want something different. Well, no, you accepted. You should have said something in the beginning. But she said, well, I thought maybe I can change him. Never going to happen. You're never going to change a boy, man. You're never going to change a man. A man is pretty much standard. His 10 toes down. He is what he is. But a man, boy, you chose him. And he's looking for a woman like you who just want to take him in and be his next mama. You accepted that.
In other words, so he can do exactly what he been doing, because there's no need to change. See, you trying to change somebody who don't have a need to change. We can always highlight things that, our significant others can kind of work on. But, you got to be mindful it's always going to be a work in progress. Like that person going to be 75 years old, still, let me close the cabinet. I feel like I'm going to be the cabinet closer. I'm just like, why you got all the cabinets open? Oh, let me close the cabinets. Let me close the cabinet. It's always like something like that. You might work on, those things, but for the most part, we are who we are. And if you loving on me the way I'm supposed to be loved on, then you will bring it to the forefront. And if I'm loving back on you the way that you're supposed to be loved on, then I'm going to try to work on. But you wouldn't require nothing of me that's like, nah, Tamara, we need to go, to the gym 7 days a week. I don't go to the gym 1 day a week. What you talking about? No, go to that living room, put on a little DVD from back in the day, do my workout right there. Like, don't change me. Don't do that to me. I might go jog out and, outside. I'm not going to the gym. I'm not the gym person. You go to the gym. That's where you are accustomed to going. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can ask people to, be mindful of how they move and to make small adjustments there, and understand even through their adjustments, they're going to always be having to think about adjusting right there. But you can't change people. That's crazy. But you can walk the hell away from some people and help them to understand the way that they move. They're not going to get what they want from it. And maybe they will change to get what they want, but they're not going to change for you to get what you want.
Never going to happen. And I swear to you, everybody keeps thinking that they're kids. Like they're asking questions that kids would ask. When you're young kids, you act mean. You need to be better. Or I'm gonna try to be better. You need to be this. How little kids argue about certain things. You're like, you need to stop eating so much this, and you need to stop doing that. You never grow out of that. It's almost like you go from that kid to a grown kid, still talking the same thing. You need to be this, or you need to do that. You're adults now. If you don't like how that person moves or what that person represents, you need to talk to them.
Yeah.
And they may not like what you do, and you have to be open-minded to take it in. Because, when people start saying, well, you know what, you do this, your defense comes up, you're like, oh shit, you talk about me? What I do? Still being open-minded. Now, and that means sitting back and listen to them and say, oh, you know what? I do that. I need to work on it a little bit more. But a lot of people just say, well, I'm so perfect, which you're not. So understand that, people, you're not perfect. So if somebody brings it up to you, you have to look at it from the person who's giving that information to you. Because if it's somebody who's a dickhead, you're gonna listen to them anyway because they're a dickhead. But if somebody's your mama or someone who means a lot to you and they're saying it to you, you probably need to sit back and say, damn, yeah, I've seen that, and you may want to look at that and revisit that if you want to make that change or not. But it's up to you. Again, it's up to you. But again, you can't go into relationships thinking you're gonna change somebody to fit your mode. Because how many people do we know that has taken a guy and had him for years, broke him down, built him up? He never marries her. One more after 10, 15 years, he leaves. Plus, he leaves some kids. And next year you hear 6 months later, he done married someone else. You mad at the motherfucker. I can't believe I built that motherfucker to my standards and then he went somewhere else. Well, that was your mistake. After year 15, and he ain't putting a ring on your finger, you got 2, 3 kids, you should have known you're done.
That's why I respect shotgun marriages. Shotgun
Respect it.
There's nothing else, that's gonna get the job done. You can't be like super nice or super, catering to this person who literally like is using you as the opportunity that you're given. It just is what it is. Like somebody who's serious about you, a man who's serious about you is gonna start sowing his resources into you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So when something hits the fan, that's why he mad, bitch. Everything I got, I put into you. Nah, that's how I want him. That's how I want him. Don't give him to no other way. No. So like the very idea that you a gold digger. Yeah. But I want your gold. Yeah. Think you about to shoot my club up and I don't got your gold just in case you get silly and think you gonna go where? Come get your gold first. Come get it. Yeah. Nah, call me what you need to. But I guarantee you, 15 years and no ring and children involved, and ain't no house there, because that would mean that he had to sew something into you. Fuck out of here. No. I'm not going to play that game. No.
No. And nobody should play that fucking game. And you know what, T was so...
I'm locked up by then. I am. And my mother probably helped. Shit is crazy.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to call her. I'm going to call her. Ma, I need a getaway driver.
Oh my God. It is so crazy that we literally have tied all this up to one word. Standards.
Yeah.
And again, people out here looking and searching for all this stuff. And I'm thinking, but if you don't have any standards, what are you searching for? Next that little hit to get you to the next hump. And eventually you keep getting over hits, and next you know, you're 60-some years old. Ain't got nobody.
I was gonna say 40. Do you want to? Wow, you are.
I know women who are in their 40s and 50s and 60s, and they're looking for love. Still looking for love. And they've been out there and they're like, oh, I can't find nobody. I'm like, God damn, about 60, you don't jump in the pool, you don't lap the pool a couple times. You still can't find nobody? Maybe it's not the pool, maybe it's you. It's you.
I'm perfect. Men ain't shit. It can't be me. I don't cook or clean, but it can't be me.
Oh my God.
And I got an attitude like a motherfucker. It's not me though, it's him. Men ain't shit. I've been all around the world and men ain't shit. All my sisters is married. Homegirls is married. They all got a man, but somehow I don't got a man. Men ain't shit. That's a problem.
Yes.
The idea that you thinking you the perfect girlfriend or the perfect woman, and nobody's perfect, and you get on that man's nerves after a while. right? Like,
Yes.
just understanding that.
Yes.
Like,
Yes. Yes. Because again, the one thing women fail to realize, I think about men overall, we want peace. If you give us peace, God damn it, I give you the fucking world.
I got a box. I got a checker box. I gotta tell you about my day. Then I gotta judge your day. Then I gotta tell you all the stuff you forgot to do. How that don't sound like peace. That don't sound.
No, but that means y'all have to have a conversation about that. Like, okay, man, can I get in here and put my shoes, take my shoes off, and have a drink of water before you hit me, bombard me with the day's activities?
I think that's more than a conversation. I think that's a standard of care. You know what I'm
Hello?
saying? Like when your man comes in the house, that's the woo side. When I come in the house, don't do no whole lot. Anybody who's coming back home, that's the woo side time. That's the time to bring it down. Hey, hon, how you doing? That's enough. He want to do a little bit more, let him do a little bit more. Hey, baby, how you doing? How was your day at work? Okay, not bad. Don't do a whole lot. Let me, initiate the whole lot if that's what needs to be done. Because sometimes I just need peace too. I just, but women we come in different, right? We're a little.
It was like, God damn. Like you jumped on like a cat. Like as soon as you come in the door, I was like, oh shit. I didn't expect the cat to jump on me. But
Yeah.
that's who y'all are.
But see, and then y'all meet us at the standard of care that we needed, right? Most women don't complain about, how the man takes care of her when she walks through the door. What she needed, and sometimes, she don't need much.
That's
Hey,
true.
he there. Hey, he ain't dirty up the living room. That's what you needed. But what the man needs, you saying, nah, I need, what I need too, and I need it right now. No, but that's not. Come on, how that's gonna position that man? How he gonna feel after doing that for a week? How's he gonna start treating you after that stress starts building up after about a month? Tell me
Absolutely.
5 years.
Ooh, that's so true. That is so goddamn true, what you said.
That's the care, how you care on that man, and how you mindful of the type of care that he's in need of. Because all men, like, that's not your ex. They
No,
need the same things. You can't
no.
that man and expect that man to have the same needs or expectations that the last, man or two that you was involved with had. What somebody say on the gram? It was like, hey, be careful when that girl making your plate. She making you her ex's plate.
Yep. Yep, that's so true.
They have different needs, okay? Learn your man and the care that he's in need of. They're not all, don't make the same plate for all these men. They don't all like the same stuff. Yeah, don't make them the same sandwich. Like, that girl's making you that man sandwich, right? That man like mayonnaise and mustard. That's why she keep putting them both on the bread. Yeah. I'm tired.
Oh my God. You know what? I can't, after that, I can't say nothing else after that. I'm just gonna say, like he said, standards, y'all. Men and women, please, please, before you go out here and trying to fuck up somebody else's life or get your life fucked up, please have some fucking standards.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about some. And we're gonna deal with it a little bit more just to keep y'all focused on what you need to do. But God damn it, have some standards. Once you set some standards, you'll be amazed, you'll be shocked how quickly your life gets in order and how quickly things start to move and groove. You're like, oh shit, all I had to do is have some standards.
Mm-hmm. And how attractive a woman becomes when she has such standards.
Oh yes, she got a woman with standards. Shit, you gonna marry her tomorrow.
And people, and that's the phrase. I guess we'll talk about this next time. But that's the phrase that people say, but I don't think they really quite understand. What that really means.
Yes.
Like, person with the standards is like, we swiping her off right now. Pick her up right now. Take her home.
Yes. Yes.
Put her in the queen throne right now. She's ready. She's got standards.
And we're gonna talk about that. We'll probably talk about that the next time
Mhm.
and some other stuff. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, gotta have standards. So before you go out there and do shit, make sure your standards are tight. If you have no standards, then you probably need to listen to this and start writing some shit down and get your shit tight. so so ladies and gentlemen, this until you know what, I'm gonna say something, but before I even finish all this, I want to say a special thank you to all the peoples out there that was giving me all kinds of happy anniversary, love and shit. Yeah, I've been married for 28 years now and took the wifey out. We had a great time and all that stuff. And she was like, I can't believe people listen to you. I said, why? They listen to me because, damn it, I've been with your ass for 30 plus years and been married for 28 years. So I can be an expert when it talks about relationships and dealing with shit. So, and then listen, and T's been married how long you been married, T? 20 years?
18 and a half.
No, 18 and a half goddamn years. God damn it. I have to clap. And y'all need to clap too, damn it. Because y'all wish I wish I knew somebody for 18 years, let alone be married to somebody for 18 years.
What?
So I just want to thank all y'all guys. And this is why we're the experts, because we live this every single day. And it's every day is different too. So it's the fun of it. It's like, even though it's been 18 and a half for T and 28 growing for me, it's never a boring moment. It's always exciting. And that's the part, that's what you want. If after a number of years.
I'm going to say there's some boring moments, and that's when you know it's good. Boring is good. No, you want your stuff boring. It's a marriage. Chill out. Hopefully you did all that fire frenzy stuff before. Like, enjoy, you chilling. Yeah.
Yes. And again, listen to us. That's why I said, come see us, come talk to us, keep sending them emails, keep doing all that stuff. Because again, we want to get your lives straight. We don't want nobody to live a crazy life or wonder where they're going to find happiness. Happiness actually starts within. Once you find the happiness within, you'll find the happiness without. And with that, we're going to end this episode of On the Mic with the M.
And T.
Listen, y'all know what to do. Hit the button, hit the little like button, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And people, take care of yourselves out there. Until next time we see you. Peace and blessings.